Hello, everyone. We're back for another round of I wonder what this book does. And as just a quick heads up, we are having some pretty inclement weather in my area. So, sort of like, unfortunately, like uh, last time where my internet died, actually, about after after what was supposed to be my 9:30 ending, but it ended up pretty late. Um, Still died, still cut the recording, the VOD a bit short. I do have the full recording on my end. Maybe I'll upload it, but I basically I finished at that point. So I should see what this notification's about. Apologies. That inclement weather bit. Okay. Yes, view the map. Okay. Yep, it's along there as I was expecting. Alright, so heads up. There may be some internet connection issues potentially during this night. We'll see how it rolls. Okay. So, as you could probably tell, it's back for another round of a puzzling Wednesday. How did this one land in the week? This is the puzzle. And yes, I know, awkward conversation. There's really just me in here talking to myself out loud. And I'm an introvert. You expect me to have a conversation with myself? I talk to my computer. I I pet it gently and thank it for what it does. And when it takes its time, I am patient. But talking to an unknown, you know, the unknown. Anyways, we're here, and it's time. And since no one's gonna drop in on chat on me, let's do this. Welcome to Myst. All right, audio check. All right, I know you're gonna be hearing me pretty well on this. I turn this up. Okay. Turn that down a bit. I'm watching the decibels on mine. All right. Now, my last look at things, we have done the stone ship. We have done channel, and we have done a cannon. Now we need to do a Selena cage. Okay. It has been a while since I have heard only silence, and I enjoy it greatly, I think. For some reason, I do not feel altogether welcome in this new world in which I have arrived. But how could I be unwelcome in an age with no inhabitants? It is, of course, only in my head. This world is very beautiful, but I think I have yet to ever write in a journal that an age I have linked to is horrid or disgusting. On the grassy hill where I am standing, I can see green fields along with a few scattered forests, where the large lake looms some distance where I am standing, yet the water's blue can be seen plainly from here. The air is fresh, and the skies sparkle white cloud. It is absolutely breathtaking, and yet that strange feeling. Perhaps it is a hot breeze that continues to blow from the north, hotter than I would have imagined. It almost singes my skin, and I feel quite uncomfortable when it comes. I will try to ignore it. Night has almost arrived, and the sunset is spectacular. Orange and reds have settled above the western horizon. The night has come, the horizon still glows red, long past the sunset. Dark reds flow from the horizon and blend into the black sky. Again, the feeling, and I am beginning to believe it is not all in my mind. I must sleep now. I will need my strength to explore more tomorrow. I have had to return home due to an unpredictable occurrence, more frightening than I have ever experienced. I was awakened by terrible shakings in the ground and explosions on all sides of me. Gigantic balls of fire were falling from the sky, and I immediately left in fear of my life. I must remember to bring a Myst linking book with me when I return, in case the one left there has been destroyed or damaged. I have returned to a different world than the one I left only 3 months ago. It has been transformed into a barren, desert land with only gigantic craters scattered across the land to provide variety. Strangely enough, the small grassy hill where I spent my first night remains exactly the way I found it. Apparently, the falling meteors did not hit this area, leaving an oasis in the midst of this horrible desolation. The hot wind, I remember, has turned into a rather pleasant breeze, which is at least one improvement. Here it is the only. The magnificent lake I saw on my first visit is now completely dried up. However, another lake now exists. It appears to be quite larger. I assume one of the falling meteors created this lake due to its circular shape and the jutting rock that grows out of the center of the lake. The rest of this world seems like desert, although I will verify that statement with closer inspection. Though this world has little visual excitement to offer, it offers much to the ears. Sounds constantly flow through my ears, and I have found where a few of them originate. It seems, as Catherine says, I do find beauty in everything. Last night I was awakened by a horrible hissing. I was sweating and the heat was so intense that I immediately dipped my head in a nearby stream to cool it down. Hot breezes had returned, a low roar around. I walked a short distance to observe some red flames shooting up from the earth. Suddenly the ground began to crack, and a huge chasm opened. The chasm continued to grow until it was far too wide to cross. Then the tumult subsided, leaving only a dull roar. I've decided, however, I can use the chasm to my advantage. Perhaps the heat from the chasm can be harnessed. Even as the chasm has ripped into the surface of this world, it has opened up a whole new world to explore. Although uncomfortably hot, I found it possible to reach a cave in the chasm that had been created, and have now explored deep into the crust of this planet. I have found a vast underground cave system. It will take many years to map and explore. I will also look for a safer way to reach the underground than through the chasm wall. This age seems to change on its own, so I feel it should leave again, see if things are different when I return. It's also important that I check on Cirrus, Akanar, make sure everything is going along well. When I return, so I hope to bring back some tools I would need for my plans to explore the underground. The abundance of raw materials here is beginning to amaze me. I have returned with some of the complex tools I knew I would be needing. I assumed I would have to return for more basic materials, although it seems that as I will be able to find everything I need here. Of course, iron is abundant. I also found titanium occurring naturally. I'm all the more excited to begin work. Everything is set. I look forward to tomorrow. The raw materials are all here. I think I will be able to have most of my additions to this age completed within 1 year. So love working with my hands, whether writing or building. I begin today in the writing phase. Work well, and I decided to. So 3 meters is not enough support for the beams, although There's a radar transmission dish. Something amazingly strong. Okay, there's the rocket. Viewing dome. Surprise inventions. I wonder what took it off. The rest of these books, all destroyed. Old. Ah, the writing comes back. I am leaving today in order to bring Cirrus and Akanar. I have left them alone in Channelwood. I believe they will enjoy all there is to see here. The age seems to have stabilized. I believe the meteor set off a period of volcanic activity by piercing into the shallow crust, but the tremors have become few. I have just noticed that a large amount of this journal has curiously vanished from the very pages on which I wrote the last 18 months. Fortunately, I've copied many of my construction notes in another journal. I do not understand the many mysteries of this world, but I trust I will discover logical answers to my questions. I have a feeling that many of my questions can be answered in another age to which I hope to travel soon. For now, I must simply accept this world's mysteries, take pride in my accomplishments. This is going to be important. Wait, hold on, was it this? Yep. Of the A. Yes, the rest of these books are destroyed. There's no explanation yet as to why. I recall I took a picture. Hold on. There we go, 41 volts. It does 10, 7, 8. Oh. Well, hooray for randomized puzzles and accidental solving. Okay. Here, the transformer. And here buzzing through. Exactly. There we go. Let's take a look. Here we go. So, looking at it, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see if we can get this. No. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong direction. Okay. Just gonna tilt my head. Let's see. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Didn't see. But I had that. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, was I just not pressing them? Let's try this again. Oh, I get it. I could touch a string book. I did it. I touched the book. Sorry, for some reason I have a hankering for chocolate. Give me a moment. I have chocolate. Okay. Let's see where I landed. That's quite a bit bigger than a lake. Code block. Take a look. Small forest in the midst of all this. spring water. Turning the sound. So this one's all about, yeah, it's all about sound. Okay, go and turn that on then. And I have found a blue page for the ungrateful statistic shit in the blue book. Second. Sorry, just a bump I felt. I'm trying to make sure it wasn't like someone trying to knock on my door. Camera. I can see things. Okay, so let's go and see what's here. Wind. Oh, volcanic chasm. Ugh. Broken one for a tumble. Ugh. Broke. Red page for the conniving little shit in the prison book. Sorry, you guys weren't supposed to know that yet. Ugh. Well, it should be fucking obvious anyways. Apologies to anyone who was spoiled. Like, seriously, I'll try to do better next time so I'm not spoiling that kind of thing. That... What was here? There was more? Like a knot? Let's down this way. They really did a really good job in redoing this. I will point out that I don't particularly like the 3D faces. I kind of wish they left the original recordings. Where are you? Nope. Go for a spin. can't see anything from here. No. No. And there. Which means this. It's a chasm, stone, water, clock, wind. Chasm, stone, water, clock, wind. Chasm, stone, water, clock. Chasm, stone, water. Chasm, stone, water, clock. Chasm, stone, water, clock. She'll chant the mantra. Chasm, stone, water, clock, wind. Everything was fine until the clock fire attack. Chasm, stone, water, clock, wind. Okay, chasm. There we go. Chasm. Stone, water. Got lucky on that one. Well, did it work? That should open the door, right? Right? Is it not like two, right? Chasm. Stone forest. Water. Clock tower. And a hole in the ground. Oh, goddamn it. What the? I had to go back and check. It's actually kind of interesting, and it's somewhat in a little, moment of frustration of like, hey, I could have sworn I got that puzzle done right. Did I get it in the wrong order? Let's do this. Wind is first. That's why. So it's wind, chasm, stone, water, claw. Wind, chasm, stone, forest, water. Chasm, stone, forest. Okay. So. Okay. No, that's stone. Okay. Wind. Here for chasm. Chasm. Stone. Nope. Come on. Which direction is this thing going? There we go. Wind, chasm, stone, water. There we go. Okay, I've gotten both pages. There was no books or anything like that that survived that I could read from. I remember this sequence. Original kind of sequence. Obviously, it's going to be very different for solutions here. It's the sound. Return of the sound. I don't know which direction to go. Go east, and I can go west, and I can go north. Okay, let's go that way. Oh. Go north. Hold on. I just had a ding on that. Let me do something real quick. Yes, I am now breaking out the pen and paper for this. Let's see. So I started. Then I had. What's it? What's this? I went over one to the west. I went. It says start. No. Started there. I went north 1. Then I went west 1, and that was a dead end other than to go north. Now let's see. Can I go anywhere from here? No. Okay, so I can go south, of course. Can we go east? No? Okay, so this is a dead end. Drive. So this now puts me back at north of start. Okay, I hear a ding. That's a ding. Ding. I'll probably get to pay attention to the sound. Right? I'm not even sure what the hell to call that thing. A trill? Mechanical trill? Oh, I can go south from here. Well. Okay, I'm hearing a ding on this one. Let's go south again. Heard another ding. The slow circle. Okay, so doorbell ding is not, not doorbell ding. Counter doorbell ding doesn't swipe there. And I go east. No. I can't go west, because west will go straight into there. Okay, into the start. I've gone back to the east position. Okay. So now the way through here is to go north. My positions east and west dead-ended. Now, based on this, I should be able to go north and potentially east, and I can't go west because that runs into a wall. Okay, so I can't go east. Let's see. This one. It's also a ding. The trill. Okay, so I can go that way. So, trill. Why not? That's what it just kind of sounds like to me. It's like it curves off into the distance. Fun. Let's add curving to this. Or is it a trick of the light? Okay. I think I can go. Alright, so I got an east and a west. Let's go west. Oh, left hand. Is it left hand or right hand we're doing? Amazing. So just pick a side and run your hand along kind of thing. That's kind of a trill. I go south. Probably not. I'm sorry, what? Okay. Alright, can't go south, but I can go southwest. I can go west. Can't go northwest. Go north. Can't go northeast. You know what? Go southwest. A hissing ding. Oh, it's based on cardinal direction you've gone. Let's just do a quick. Obviously, northeast will do something. North, northwest, west. Well, obviously that wouldn't do anything. Okay, back to the northeast because this one appears to dead end. Now we're gonna go west. Another trill. Okay, so Sounds themselves are the hints about where to go. They're not a statement of what direction you've gone, they're a statement of what direction you will go. So ding is to go north. That must mean that hiss is to go east. Trilling is to go west. Okay, I hear a ding. That must mean I should go north. Wait, what? Oh, let us go. Yeah. Oh, this one curved. Alright, so that's it's a ding. No, it's good to know. I can always just pull it back. Just have it go backwards. Yep. Go back a step automatically. Ooh. I'm gonna say that's coming across pretty loud. Let me pull that down. There we go. I got it. Means I need to go north. And this one, straight shot north. I hear a ding again. Means I go forward again. This one curves off to the east. I'm hearing a hiss. This means I go east again. Okay, that's a northeast. This ding. And the same one. That looks like I must be out. There it is. Underneath the stone forest? In the chasm. Alright, so I've got a red page and a blue page now. So I think I've gotten 4 of them. 1 from each age. Oop. There's the achievement. Found a way back from the Selenitic. 1. Let that age go there. Age go there. Yes. I'm gonna let this age go that way and this age go that way, and let's just see what it does. Let's listen to this guy.
You finally returned. I owe you a debt of gratitude, for you have nearly released me.
Oop.
Trust that from your explorations, you've become convinced that my wicked brother Akbar is guilty, and I am innocent. It is I who am wrongly imprisoned here, imprisoned by my father. I don't know who you are, or how you came to this island, but I assume you must at least know something of the books. It was Father who was a master of the books. He wrote hundreds of them, all describing and linking to the fantastic places and ages which he had discovered. The room in which you now stand was our father's library. It was here in this room, on this island named Myst, that he housed most of these books. But such a waste. By now, you have surely discovered that Akhenar has burnt and mutilated most of its books. Why? Our father was always watchful of our exploration. We grew up under his strict supervision. But when we came of age, he gave us unbridled access to the mystic books. He began to leave our adventures more and more unchecked. Unsupervised as we were, my brother began to become disturbed. He began to take more from the Myst Ages than he had given. Soon he gained a twisted pleasure from the conquest and destruction of the other ages. It was horrific. This thirst for destruction. But alas, even I discovered his insanity too late. He had completely destroyed all of the Myst Ages but 4. I wasted no time. In warning my father, I thought he would recognize Akhenar's guilt. But in a fit of rage, he imprisoned both my brother and myself within the pages of these books, designed to hold us until he could judge which of us was guilty. To discover the truth, our father embarked on one final journey. However, he has never returned. I can only assume that he perished along the way, leaving me, an innocent victim, trapped forever. But now, you are here to release me. Listen carefully. You must find one more page, and I will be forever free. There is a book on the shelves in this library, which is mostly burned, but has a few pages still intact. It is the last book on the middle shelf. Find it. This book is filled with a variety of patterns. Find pattern 158. Recreate the door of the fireplace. This will bring you to the last red page. Bring that page to me, and I will finally be released, and able to reward you, of course. Ignore the blue page. That page finishes my brother's book. It chills me to even think what would happen if you were to release him. There is another warning. Where the red and blue pages reside, also resides a green book. If you touch the green book, you also will be imprisoned forever. Our father gave us this same warning long ago. I suggest you follow his advice. Go now. Soon we will be face to face.
All right, what does Mad Akhenar have to say to me?
Hello, I'm Akhenar. I'm glad to see that you have returned to help me escape from my wrongful imprisonment. It was serious.
1 second. Volume. Oh, volume's at the top. More advanced volume. Everything's maxed out. Well, shit. I'm having difficulty hearing this.
My wicked brother. Do not listen to him. He is a liar. Do not be persuaded by his evil lies. Do not release him. He killed my father. He will kill you. It began when my brother Cirrus began to lust for riches. He stole from the ages of Myst. He hoarded up riches for himself. While father slept away his watchfulness. My sick brother secretly pronounced himself king. King of the ages of Myst, he said. He began to look upon me in disgust. His lowly brother. I hated him. And then Cirrus began to destroy the ages of Myst. He burned their forests. He tore down their structures. He flooded their lands. He murdered their inhabitants. He completely destroyed all but 4 of the ages. Of course, I had to warn my father. And when I finally found him, there was Cirrus also talking cleverly with the lying tongue of a serpent. He convinced father that it was I who had destroyed the ages. He convinced father that it was I who was greedy for wealth and plunder. And as Cirrus dealt the final blow, he tricked father into believing that I was the murderer. But Cirrus did not deal as fast a blow as he had planned, and his father died a slow death. He at last doubted my brother's clever lies. And so, in dying, father imprisoned us both, unsure from which of us the blow had come. I swear to you, what I say is the truth. Release me. You must release me. My brother is a deceitful liar and deserves punishment. I only wish vengeance for my dear father's wrongful murder. Believe me, you must
So,
only recover 1 additional page to release me from this prison. It is the easiest to find. Go to the bookshelf that's in this library. On the far side of the middle shelf, there's a burned book, which is different from the other burned books. This book is filled with patterns. Find pattern 158. Mimic its design on the panel in the fireplace. Doing this will bring you to the last blue page. Remember, don't take the red page. Take only the blue page and return it quickly to me. Oh, and do not touch the green book. It is a clever trap to imprison those who have not been warned. Do not be tempted, for you will rot and die imprisoned as I am.
let's see. So, Acheron says, Cirrus murdered our father. Horribleness and burned the books. Cirrus goes, Acheron, burn the books. And our father, in this angry rage, imprisoned us both and then went on a journey. Don't know who to believe, huh? Back in the original, this book had charred. Why the fuck am I on page? Are you telling me I just randomly showed up? Don't tell me this is the page I left on. Holy shit. 158. This is I have written down. I remember when that was like a secret thing. Like you got in and you saw the thing and you pushed the button and pulled it down. So 158. So four lit, 2 empty, 2. So that, that, this. Let's start there. Okay. 6. And that a bit there. All right. 1. Let's save. game has been saved. Now we stand in the middle, of course. Save again. So, time to show you the endings. How they differed, how they changed. Wait, what? I didn't click on the book.
Oh, yes. I feel alive. How do you feel, my friend? Oh, and what have we here? Perhaps the pages you worked so hard for. Oops. Perhaps you're seeing the world from my point of view. Oh, yes. Ooh. Serious. Serious. Maybe someone will rescue you someday. Oh, no. Yes. Yes.
So now you know the truth of Akron.
You lose.
I mean, it should have been fairly obvious, quite frankly. Yep, there we go. There's one ending. Come on, let me go through it. I'm noticing something up with my text. Why is that off? Sorry, give me 1 second. I'm noticing an issue with. Second. Am I on the? Which one? Go to gaming there. Go to this. Here we go. Settings here. Oh, well, it's like no more. You can't see it. Um, huh, but what? And therefore, hold on. Where's the? So the issue is the. By doing that, the issue is the opacity on that chat box is be able to see it. If I had to go to here and go this, should be able to go. Yeah. What's the problem? Text settings. Give me 1 second. Oh, nope. Size fine. Da, da, da. Nope. Custom background color. And then go to this and then turn the opacity up. There we go. Save that. Then and yes, I know it takes a bit for it to. Oh, damn, I got some hell of a. Now I can't see the text on it. Ugh. Okay. All right. We're gonna do a quick continue. So back to here. Okay. Let's do. Hmm. So one of the issues I've got is how do you get. You know what? This just may just be an issue of needing to do that. Then people can't see. Ah, and then it puts a white box on there. Checker? What's checker chat mean? I have no idea what that does. All right. Do a custom background. Save that. That shows up as transparent. And then on here is do that. I'm waiting on the. Come on. Here. Come on. Did not. Huh. Well, that's kind of annoying. Look. Scuff strikes again. Let's see. This one? It's this one. It is. My streams chat. It is. That. Go to this. Ooh. Come on. Come on. Okay, so it shows up as just there, but why am I not seeing? Oh, what's that? That's the worst. Look at it. When I look to the left and right, it's my testing of the text boxes, the chat boxes. So if I make them clear so you can see through it, then I gotta pick a text color that isn't impossible to see. And that's at maximum opacity. You red, but then you wouldn't see it. Do is click back. I mean, the only other choice that I've got is to put a background behind it, and then which blocks out part of the screen. And yeah, it's going to be next to impossible to see. All right. I'm going to have to figure something out. But shall we now view Akinar's scene? Now, this is kind of the sucky part. In the original, you had to reach out and touch the book itself. You had to click, you had to actually put your hand on the window.
Yes. I'm free. Oh, thank you, my friend. My dear friend. You've done the right thing. You stupid fool. It looks like perhaps you're in the book now. And what have we here? A page. Oh no. I hope you enjoy your new home as much as I enjoyed it. I can't see you. You're getting less clear. I hope you're into books. The library looks much the same as I left it. Wagner! Oh. Goodbye.
And there's the ending for that. Now let's go get the real ending. Did I memorize that after only putting in once? Yes. Yes, I did. Oops. I did not intend to just click on that. Hold on. That does miss some important talking points. I apologize.
Who the devil are you? Don't come here to Donnie, not yet. Oh, name is Atris. I feel you met my sons, Cirrus and Achenar, in the red and blue books on Myst Island in my library. My library. Oh, it contains my works, my writings. Oh, I wrote many books that linked me to fantastic places. It's an art I learned from my father many years ago. Oh, but the red and blue books, those were different. I wrote those books to entrap over-greedy explorers that might stumble upon my island of Myst. But I had no idea my own sons would be entrapped. My sons, Cirrus and Achenar. We had many journeys together. I gave them free rein to the books. Perhaps it was not wise. I could see the greed growing in them. I had not told them about the red and blue books. Their imaginations went wild. They dreamed of riches and power. Of course, they did not know the books were traps. They begged for access to those books, and of course I denied them. Oh, they devised a plan. An evil plan. I had no idea to what extent their greed had progressed. Their own mother. They used their own mother. Oh, my dear Catherine, to lure me here to Dunny. Of course, I could return to Myst, except they removed a single page from my Myst linking book. I cannot return without that page. You, my friend, can bring that page to me. Oh, I pray you believe my story above the lies that my sons have told you. If you could find it in yourself to return that page to me here in Dunny, I could go to Myst and bring justice to my sons for what they've done. I must return to my writing. I pray that you believe me. Please hurry. Bring the page. Bring the page with you.
I had to turn that up because the sound on him is so low. But I think I know the solution on this one. I don't think they've changed it. But also they did have the two halves of the page. I seem to recall what it was talking. Was it? Go to the clock tower.
Have you found the missing page? Oh, come. Come on, then.
That was much louder than it was the hell.
Ah, my friend, you've returned. And the page. Did you bring the page? You've done the right thing. I have a difficult choice to make. My sons have betrayed me. I know what I must do. I shall return shortly.
The books surrounding this game are fascinating. And he refers to, the Dunny, which you'll have to read the books to know more.
It is done. I have many questions for you, my friend, but my writing cannot wait. I fear that my long delay may have already had a catastrophic impact on the world in which my wife, Catherine, is now being held hostage. Oh, and a reward. I'm sorry, but all I have to offer you is the library on the island of Myst and the books that are contained there. Feel free to explore at your leisure. I hope you find your exploration satisfying. You'll no longer have my sons to deal with. Oh, and one more thing. I'm fighting a foe much greater than my sons could ever imagine. At some point in the future, I may find it necessary to request your assistance. Until that point, I'm afraid you'll enjoy the explorations from my library on Myst. Thank you. The book. You can use the Myst linking book to return to Myst.
I'm curious about where he found us, but if you deal with the books, you'll find that they discuss the Dunny was a civilization that discovered the ability to somehow to write a book into within it, essentially either create the world or link it to a world. Okay. And there really isn't much else to do on here. Other books have been destroyed. The main ages are all that remain. Oh, wait, hold on. Wait, what? Rhyme. I haven't. This is new to me. Rhyme, I have named it. A desolate age with a beauty that is quite different than I expected or imagined. The intricate feathers of ice that fall from the sky are inspiring. I feel as though I could sit, watch them for hours. And though it is cold here, like I have never experienced before, I find myself enjoying the temperature, for it is unlike any other place I've ever seen. Perhaps the oddest thing is the silence. Although the wind blows on occasion, when it ceases, there is a suffocating silence that falls on this place, broken only by the distant cries of unseen creatures. I have visited 3 times, and I'm sure now that this age will provide the environment I need. I believe the cold temperature, crucial for obtaining the necessary refraction of light. Examining the structure of the books is ever more perplexing. I am driven onward by my need to understand. The great tree possibilities can never be fully grasped, but I might at least try to find one particular branch. Of course, the chance of using a blank leaking book to find one specific age among the infinite variations that must exist is infinitesimal. searching for a specific grain of sand on the beach. The only workable solution is to focus the connection of a damaged, unusable linking book. Perhaps I can bridge this much smaller gap. On the subject of enlightenment, I would also like to find the cause of the mysterious lights that shine in the darkness here. Though I never assumed that I would be able to build especially fast here, the speed at which I am progressing is somewhat disappointing. I do think I will bring Axirus and Akinar, well, some of the machinery, Selenitic, Selenitic, Selenitic. Akinar chose to stay with Catherine. Sirius was unhappy about the prospect of exploring a new age without his brother. He was still excited to come. He has spent the last few days here with me, helping me with the beginning phases of construction. He, too, seems to enjoy the ice and cold weather. He is intrigued with the crystals that we have brought with us. It's been a big help, as have others, and I hope to be able to begin my experiments here soon. Tonight, Cirrus and I found a wondrous spot to view the lights, though they seemed to be decided to hide from us. After sitting in the cold winds for over 2 hours, we saw nothing. It was rather disappointing. Cirrus will return to Myst tomorrow. He's been a tremendous aid to me, and I am thankful for his willingness to help. Excited to tell his adventures, and it's clear to me how much he has missed his brother's company. Hard part of the construction is over, though I decided after tonight that I would like to add some kind of observation post. Finished as soon as I'd hoped, though I'm fairly certain it'll be worth the delay in the long run. I decided to take a break from the construction now the tunnel is almost complete. Quite convinced that with the right refraction, certain properties of the ink can be simulated. When I try to explain my theory to Catherine, she laughs and tells me I'm trying to hold infinity in a bottle. She laughs and I laugh. Maybe she is right. I must try regardless. Came too close to success on Everdunes. Besides, if all that comes from this effort is time spent with my sons, it will have been worthwhile. I'm fairly certain now that temperature indeed does have an effect on the refractive property of the crystals. I have realized that temperature alone is not enough. Each crystal responds differently to the lower temperatures, and controlling the particulars is proving challenging. Perhaps focusing on another more attainable goal in the short term will help. Should finish the shaft of my observation post while I have the machinery here. Perhaps tomorrow. The lights were beautiful again last night. They had not shown themselves for so long that I had almost forgotten their beauty. Still must find the cause. I am feeling rather overwhelmed with what remains to be done. I have made no progress on the crystals. The shaft is not finished, nor is the observation post, or even the lab. I have not seen Catherine for some time, and I long to spend more time with Akinar, Cirrus. Besides all of that, there are, far away, back of my mind, thoughts of my people in our lost city. I dreamt again of them last night. I have seen the city in its worst condition. Still, its beauty overwhelms me. Even now, as I visualize how majestic it must have been before the destruction caused by Veovis and Agaris, it amazes and saddens me. I am certain that Dunny is not dead as my father believed. I am convinced that there must be some who managed to escape the destruction and even now continue to survive in separate ages. Within me is an urging to take the chance and return to Dunny to find these survivors and properly rebuild our city. However, I can do nothing until I am certain of the fate of my father. If my plan failed, if I missed a single book when attempting to trap him on Riven, he has been free all along. If that is true, all that stands between him and the ages I have now written is the link from Dunny to Myst. As much as I wish to return to Nunny without knowing the fate of my father, I cannot risk reestablishing that link. I must observe my father without reestablishing that link. It has been several years. He dead ends. The solution is out there somewhere. I know it. At least I hope. Catherine will have her ideas about all these things. I miss her greatly. I will return to Rhyme later. It is clear. We want number 40. Okay. aim that way? And what? 3868? Brain on hold. Right. Hold on. It's down here. This is new to me. I don't know if I'm getting a ribbon tonight, guys. Huh. We're down there. A generator? Okay. Generator's not starting. Did it find one something? Okay. There we go. Did they do a Kotatsu style? Yes, apparently they did. Keep the heat in, man. What's this? Mackinac Journal. Sirius's journal. Alright. I should get to Riven. This will be something I want to explore. Yes, and I'll let it heat up. What? He built an Aurora machine. I get this moment of like, how does this guy build all this shit in like 8 months on his own, you know? Kind of. And then you see he builds a machine for making Aurora. Definitely. Oh. All right. Let's get to see. Just do a quick adjustment here. Change this. Updating the stream info. I think on the YouTube end it's already set for this. Let's go. That will take a moment for me to get the game captured in here. Yeah, game to boot up. Now, Riven is a much brighter game, so I don't think I'm making any adjustments on the text. But I am seriously thinking on for the next stream, I am going to put backgrounds for the text to be on. That's because obviously I can't rely on most games to. Ooh. Let's see. One. Let me capture audio. Let me capture. Is it gonna? There we go. Mess up. Now we wait for it to load. Let's see. All turned up. Graphic. Going to limit that. I'm sorry. We ain't allowing for more of that. 20. Desync is on. Ray tracing. Fuck yeah. I can do it. Let's try it. I'm not picking up much sound right now, and I'm seeing it going off in the audio. There it is.
Thank God you've returned. I need your help. There's a great deal of history that you should know, but I'm afraid there's no time to explain. Most of what you'll need to know is in here. And for reasons you will discover, I can't send you to Riven with a way out. But I can give you this. It appears to be a linking book back here to Dunny, but it's actually a one-person prison. It's the only way to capture Gen. Here. Once you've freed Catherine, I'll come with a linking book. She'll know how to signal me. There's a very good chance, if all this goes well, that you'll be returned to the place that you came from. Until we meet again. Take care, my friend.
Collective plane. It's kind of interesting actually seeing some of these devices that they came up with. Drop into an age and drop into a prison. My God, this man is blind.
타게마 레코와 타게마 수 레코와 이시랍 무티카고 구하나이 이시랍 무티카고 구하나이 무구하나이 이시랍 무구하나이 무구하나이
Oh?
무구하나이
Kind of for some of the original cinematics, this one. Just because it was all motion capture. But because of how they originally rendered the original game, there was no way they could reproduce them. You know, in the original format. And my book is gone. First, I was dropping into an unknown world, exploring things, finding pages. And then, I get sent out here. Well, for the first thing to happen is tossed in a jail cell immediately, and then my book gets stolen. Oh. Huh. Just a hole. And the connection is broken. This is why you shouldn't leave your door hinges unsecured. I think I'm seeing jerkiness here. I think it's the ray tracing. Yeah, turn it. Start there. I'm seeing smooth movement. Are you guys doing okay in there? I'm not giving people motion sickness or something, am I? Somebody cast somebody into the sea with a book. Book. People worship at it. Makings of it. Making sacred book. Making the book. From this man who wrote this book, all things flow. Into, out of, both. That comes here and worshipped. Maker of books. That one direct. It's a button. What this does. Nope. It's more piping, which means things are being powered. Okay, let's try it now. Oh, we got an alternative entrance. There we go. No. This one, see. Okay. Get that. How? Should be connected. Something. Let's see. Okay, something right here. Raise one of them. Okay, now it's powering something. of the things with this game, if you look at these textures and all that stuff like that, those are actually based off the actual original textures. They were not created just for this run. Some things probably had to be recreated because, you know, they weren't visible in this sort of certain perspective. But they were originally done this way. The level of detail, not necessarily. But they did the same way. They did a pre-rendering. There we go. How did I identify it? That right there. Piping coming out. This is different from the original game. Just paused. Hear it. Originally, there was a book thing, yeah, a book in here. This is entirely new. Butterfly. This? Twirl it, twirl it, do anything? Oh no. I guess that puzzle is done then. Went somewhere. Oh, follow the big pipe that goes out through there. This is a planetoid. Miniature planetoid. Three-dimensional movement. Bridge is not extended. Is there another one where the bridge is? No. That one. Okay. is the one. That's the one I came out of. There's another one. Hold on. Circle round real quick. Someone left it set up and left the wheel on, but that other one doesn't have a wheel on it to extend, so it was already extended, just not turned on. So there's only two of these active. Question is, where's this one gonna put? What? What do you mean I can't save? Okay. Guess I can't save in the middle of this. There's the broken link. Must be... Yeah, here I am. Yeah, that has the broken bridge. I probably should save. Oh, Prison Island. Access it yet. Can access here. Ooh. Black text is not gonna work. I'm gonna have to throw a background on chat boxes. This means part of the screen was going to be obscured. I'm sorry, guys. What this does. What am I looking at? Wait, what? Is this a puzzle also? Okay. I'll put that down. That means there's a direct light. What am I seeing? Light signal. There's a thing here. Okay, there's like a ladder, a bucket. Wait. Okay, there you go. Screenshot capture. No. What are all these? I like I didn't take these pictures of my game. That would have been done on my private one. On my private profile. So I guess it's pulling those up. Have to be careful on that. Because I really still had not figured out what that whole thing is about. The way that aims that way.
Yafayadik. You made it. But how did you get past Gen? I know what he's doing. He's watching you. He's waiting for you to make a mistake. You can't let Gen get back to Dunny. Find the moiety. They have the book. Be careful.
Down the ladder. No, 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 no. Gonna go into light jaw. Move just a little bit faster. I guess I can't click through screens really quick. Okay. I do not have a solution to this puzzle. I tried playing a while back. I didn't have a solution to it then either. They added a bunch to this game. You can't just rapid fire click through it and get it. Wait for this thing to load. So this one is the prison night. Butterfly again. Okay. I gotta go back. This one. And now we're here to this thing. Okay. Let's get it to circle around so we can at least take a look on the other place. Some kind of... What is that? It looks like an insert for something. Oh. This will turn this. This will... turn this up. There. So, obviously, as I played this as a child. In the original game, you really couldn't see the end, the depth of that water. It was just black. And here I was, and the water was much higher too. And here I was at this terrified thing that, like, you know, the balcony or something, which seems barely supported, would just tumble into the drown, or a monster would come out. Or something like that. doesn't work. Okay. Got 1, 2. I need 3 more. Something from up there. Power. Okay. So let's see. This one I already know. It's you. That's the golden dome. This one. Is that? Okay, it goes there. That means that island has that symbol. This one goes to this island. This one goes there. This one goes off into the island. It doesn't have a connection anymore. Imply. Okay. Is there a way for me to actually avoid that from happening? You know what? I am curious. Good thing I manual saved, huh? That auto saved afterward. I'm gonna leave it alone. see what happens. Alright, so turning on the steam from this end destroys the bridge. Why leave it alone? Leave it intact. Alright, I turned on the steam. So, is there... Ooh. So I can't do anything. That's right. Okay. So we're gonna just move on to the next part. So. That looks familiar. There's a hidden door. There's a camera? Rocket propelled. Well, it's turbine propelled. I wasn't actually sure if there was something on this side. I'm like, does it go down in that? Wait, what? Is that... Oh. So based on what I'm seeing, held for more than 30 years, but the corrections I made to Riven have finally failed. The island has resumed a familiar pattern of decay that is the hallmark of my father's work. I must now race to implement this new patch before it's too late. I only hope that my revised theories are sound. So here's what I'm getting just from this, is that this age is decaying, which means that, and this should be a clear sign of it, entire sections that are just somehow like gravitationally just chunked out. like some parts of the stuff, but it must be that the seismic faults may be coming with it that brought it down. No, let's go. I hear that sound, and my brain automatically goes back to the original game, where hearing that sound meant an oncoming disc change. Every island was its own disc. Riven came in on four discs. There was like one or two islands that were all on the same disc. Like this changeover right here. Get in. Stop. Like an H. It's down. This thing is kind of between stream and everything. It's kind of pushy. That sound. That right there. And then you'd have to change disc. Okay. Well. Get some of it. Okay. That's a little bit easier. Still looks fantastic, by the way. Brown, brittle leaves. You used to be able to get around this kind of thing. You'd have to click your way through it. And you could move at a pretty good clip if you knew exactly where everything was. I don't know what this puzzle is. Wait, what? Is the hint to the puzzle in here? Let's see something from here? Man, I don't know. That's... Ooh, jerkiness. Yeah, my system isn't doing it at least, but it seems the game is. Ooh. Where am I? Past the prison island. Someone was sending a signal, but it's on the other side of it. Let's see. Jungle. see if I can keep them there. So for butterflies, ain't it? They attracted to the white paint. Ooh. Okay. Ah! So it's a specialty paint scene with this, which means a solution to the puzzle will be there. Okay, so I can just do that. Just do that. That does potentially mean that maybe the solution to the puzzle is here. Okay. Come back to the prison island one. That looks like a giant goddamn lever. Or a saw blade. One or the other. Butterflies come up as a different color. Where are they gathering? What is that? That's to the... Oh, that's to the... Bleh. The star realm. Void there. Breach. See, look. Right there. That's the breach. No. I don't necessarily recommend jumping into it. Can't really see it. Will they come back? I'll wait for them. Okay. What picture did you show me? That does, though. needle. Particular bean. Okay. Question it. Oh, getting up. Okay, I'm going down. Get jabbed in here. Where does this take me? New room. It's missing. I'd have another goddamn knife that's just stuck in a cliff. Hmm. Okay, that was cool. Yeah. Let's see. Hmm. Hmm. Knife. Stuck. I actually want to see about following the bridge to the island. You know, the one that says it's a rail line. It's out here. One thing. Let's try an alternative path. Catch a ride. Fun riding on the back of the minecart. In the original, you rode in the minecart. Which, given where you land, wasn't great. I'm glad they added that part in because it was kind of a concern of, safety. Because, well, that's a shredder. Probably. What were they doing with that? Chopping down trees. That's a giant gas boiler. I just... Huh. Well, all I succeeded in doing is turning it off. Which I guess is a start. There we have piping. That over there. And anyone how to think about this water is. It bothers me. I know I really didn't have too much of an issue playing Subnautica until I hit some of the really deep parts. Let's go take a quick look. Let's see what's in that thing. Boiler? Not sure what it is. But given the stuff, it looks like he tapped into a hot spring or something. I'm burning the gas off. Oh, something broken fell off. Line disconnected. Runoff thing. Can I take it? Seismic activity is getting worse. That's not. Okay. So looking at the time, and this is actually probably about a good stopping point. I realize I've been fairly quiet. I tend to get really focused. Let me get this open. This is where we'll stop. Boiler Island. Okay. Okay. Well, that was actually productive. I will come back to Myst in the Rye Age, the Rye Mage. Probably on my endos to flip through it. If you guys want to see it, pick up the game. Because that one's actually kind of more of a secret ending. I mean, if people want me to go through it and maybe read things out loud, I mean, I will. But I kind of need to know. Someone's got to give me, someone's got to tell me. Speak to me. Okay. So, next day is going to be Friday with continuing Ghosts of Tsushima. I have not put any additional time into it since I last played. As you know, usually I try not to do that for these games. The only exception was for Final Fantasy Tactics Evilist Chronicles because I wanted to get some offline grinding. So you weren't watching me do the same map over and over and over. I may do that for Ghost of Tsushima to be able to get some of the background island activities done. So this is not story missions, side missions, where there's actual conversations, interaction. This would just be for uh, uh, like capturing, destroying Mongol outposts and restoring towns and stuff like that. Uh, where game permitted, because I know it locks some of them behind story missions. I did find out something rather interesting. Was it? It was XO9. It was XO9X. Which was kind of interesting. It's a really, really big install. It's emulation of a lot of uh, old Windows games that aren't offered anywhere. Apparently, there's a version for the old Windows 3 point something or other. I'm kind of like, because there's some games on there that I know were Windows DOS and Windows 95 and never even touched on Windows 3 point something. And when looking through their game list, I noticed there's some games on there from way back when. All right, I know I'm going to date myself. I still have copies on CD. But if they can simplify me having to not having to pull the CDs out, get software to rip into ISOs, set up a DOS, set it up to like a DOS box setup or stuff like that, and software that'll run, ISOs, pretend that I have CD-ROM drives to run it. I'll check out the software. See if I can just get it to run without a lot of that hassle. We need one for Exo DOS. So, that's a future consideration. Maybe we'll have a retro game day. I'll pull out some old ones for you guys. Ones that I played as a child. Yes, I know. I'm giving out my age. You'll live, and so will I. So, for anybody who came by and watched, thank you. Please grab a follow on that. That would be great if you could do that. Let me know that you're here and that you enjoyed my content. On the YouTube end, if you could give me a comment, let me know how things are. If there's adjustments or feedback you want to give me, let me know. I can't. I have my own full-time job, and so there's only so much time I devote to this. This is kind of done for my end. I'm not, you know, looking to make a full-time thing out of this. So there's only so much time I really can devote towards it, and it's hard for me to make improvements in a vacuum. There's some things like look and say, go, oh yeah, I need to adjust volume here and there, or I need to deal with my chat boxes and just quite frankly just throw a background behind them so that people can read the text while I'm playing. That stuff I can pick up. You know, other stuff kind of hard for me to do. But if you want to know when I'm going to be live, since I know that quite frankly YouTube and Twitch notifications are not great, I do post on Twitter and Blue Sky when I have gone live. So if you want to follow me there, you'll be able to catch notifications on that. I don't do much in the way of chatting right now. I'm an introvert. I don't tend to put myself out there too much for that kind of thing. That might change over time, but I have no intention of forcing you to doom scroll and wait for my every word. Because quite frankly, I don't particularly like that either. I think the social media space could use some serious cleanup. And plus, it's not healthy for you to spend a lot of time. So, I'm going to head off for the night. And so, thank you once more for coming by. See you next time.